Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up, who are teachers, who are on their lunch break before their next class in 15 minutes. And this is going to be a quick video of me talking about using old technology in today's times. On YouTube, as I've been seeing for a minute, I've been seeing people put up videos talking about using an iPhone 6 in today's times. How does it fare using a Samsung Note 7? No, not Note 7, those blow up. Note 5, stuff like that. Just older technology in today's times, because older technology that was made at that time was good for that time or was fast for that time, but as technology advances, processor speeds advance, cameras advance, usage advances, the App Store really doesn't advance. I mean, more apps appear in the store, but as far as evolving, it's not much in the App Store. So I just wanted to talk about what I've been having my eye on for a while and how I've used it to this day and what's my take on it. So I wanted to get back into the Apple ecosystem because my wife has an iPhone XS, and iMessaging and FaceTime it just works seamlessly with iPhones or on the iPhone ecosystem. With Samsung, they don't have their own dedicated iMessaging. I mean, there's something kind of new. I can't remember what it is. Dang it. But I know there's videos on the internet where it's similar to iMessaging for Android. I haven't really tried it yet, but I know there's something out there that's like that. But I wanted to, like I said, get back into the ecosystem, Apple ecosystem, because my wife has one, and I want to stay in contact with her as much as possible, especially because she's a flight attendant, and with things going on in Iraq, yada, 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 you know the deal. So, I said to myself, I don't want to buy a new iPhone, because buying a new phone these days is outlandish to me. $1,200, $1,500, $1,500 for a phone. Ridiculous. So I said to myself, let me get an older iPhone. And not just any iPhone. I want to get an iPhone that is, and I'll show you. Can I show you with this one? I can. Give me a second. Let me turn up the brightness. I want to get an iPhone that can do things that other iPhones can't. If you see what I'm doing right here and you see my layout, you should already know that this iPhone here is jailbroken. So if I want, like I said, if I wanted to go back to an iPhone, I wanted to go with a jailbroken one so that I can manipulate it, change it the way that I want to, instead of being stagnant the way that Apple wants you to have the phone. So I found this one on eBay. I'll say about 5-6 days ago. This is an iPhone 5S. This phone is basically 6.5 years old. Has a RAM of processing power. It's old. It's ancient. It runs. It's not the fastest running, but it can't keep up with what I need it to do. So as far as using social media, regular apps, it does its job because it's still being sold, and Apple still updates or supports this phone, because you can update this to the newest iOS. So, like I said, I found this jailbroken, and this is jailbroken on iOS, and you probably won't believe this, because I didn't when I found it, because these are very, very hard to find. iOS 9. Look at that, 9.1, which means, guess what? You probably didn't guess it if you're not into this. This is untethered, which means that I can turn this phone completely off, let the battery drain, turn it back on, the jailbreak will still be on here. With newer phones, the newer phones are all semi-tethered. There's no untethered newer phone jailbreaks out there. Even though Check Rain was introduced to might be untethered, it's not untethered right now. It's all semi-tethered, which means that if you let the battery drain out with the jailbreak on, and you turn the phone back on, the jailbreak will be off. You have to re-jailbreak it in order to get the jailbreak back on. So, untethered, this is the way to go. I love it. However, with an iOS 9 on here, I can't download a lot of the newest and coolest apps that are in the App Store, because it requires you to have iOS 10 or above. And that stops me from getting the cool apps. So, like I said, that really didn't deter me from getting this phone, because a lot of the apps that I use Well, actually, I'll put it like this. I can also, thanks to a tweak in Cydia, get some apps, but not all apps that may say iOS 10 or above. I can still run them on my phone. For example, Peloton. I just got the Peloton bike last Saturday. In order to download this app, you gotta have iOS 11 or above. But because this is jailbroken, I was able to put it on my iOS 9 phone. Don't ask me how I did it. I ain't gonna tell you all that stuff. Do your own research. But just give you fair warning, it's gonna take you hours and hours and hours to figure all that out. But anyway, so I tried this out, you know what I'm saying, and it got me back into my jailbreaking days, staying up all night, you know, trying to find the apps that actually work on this now. But like I said, for this to be a 6.5-year-old phone, it's kind of hard to find those apps that used to be out for this phone or tweaks or whatever that still work. So movie apps, movie box and all that other stuff, there's a lot of apps that are revoked, so you can't really use them because Apple doesn't want you to really do it, and I can understand that. But like I said, I can't find a lot of those apps today. So that is a big deterrent from me using this phone. But like I said, still a great phone because it is untethered. But like I said, using it in today's times and trying to use certain apps that I want to use on here that I can't use on here, that's a big deterrent basically for me wanting to use this phone as a daily driver. So I basically went back to the Note 9 that I'm recording with right now, because the Note 9 out of the box, you can customize it, download pretty much anything in the Play Store without a problem. Even sideload third-party apps without Samsung or Android owned by Google saying no, you can't do that. So out of the box, this phone is just way better as far as customizing and using it the way that you want it to. So like I said, just getting back to this. I mean, even though I really wanted to get back into using an untethered iPhone, a jailbroken iPhone, I mean, I even got some cool accessories for it. So, you know me, I always buy a screen protector for my phone. I had this microphone for a long time. Oh yeah, by the way, with the iPhone 5S has a headphone jack. That's right, you can't find these in newer iPhones. So I got this microphone that I was going to use for YouTube videos, even though this records up to 1080p maximum on here. I have a mini controller, my 8-bit Do, 8-bit Do Zero, that's what this is called. One of the cool joysticks, got Velcro on the back, so I was going to put Velcro in the back of here, stick it on there, so you can always have it. Wonderful extra battery, and even a stylus. I know you're saying, hey, it doesn't really have a stylus, it's a third-party stylus. Correct. Most styluses, though, have those rubber tips. This one has a hard tip. And this is the only hard tip stylus that I know that is battery powered. Watch what happens when I take it out of here. Look at the light. Boom chakalaka. I know you're saying it's not really supposed to be a stylus for an iPhone. Now you got to keep it in the sleeve in order for the power to turn off because it can drain. But check it out. It works. Actual stylus that works kind of like a stylus on a Note device. And so when I go into, let's say if I go into notes, and let me go to notes. Yeah, this would be a good example to show you. Drawing on here is going to be awesome. You can't get that much precision with a stylus than this stylus right here. And I can leave links to where I got the stylus. I mean, it's not just a stylus that is sold for the iPhone. It came on a case, and I'll show you the case that I bought that has this stylus in the comment section if you're interested in it, and I'll let you know how I got it to be like this. So, got a lot of great accessories. I was ready to use it, like I said, but because I can't use a lot of the apps that I normally use on my Note 9, I said to myself, this is going to make a nice secondary phone. So, that was just basically strike one for my app, getting back in the Apple ecosystem. But I still have other things in line, so I'm thinking about getting an Apple or iPhone XS. But I gotta find one that's iOS 12.4 or below so that I can jailbreak it with no problem. But those are kind of hard to find. I did find one on eBay, 512 gigabytes, $759. I'm like, that's still close to regular price. I'm like, I'm trying to talk this person down to like $700, $650, but he ain't trying to move. But if he's desperate for money, he knows where to come. Bam. So anyway, that's my video right there. That's my intake of using this old decrepit phone, 6.5 years old. This should not even be used anymore. I mean, if you want to get a phone that you can afford, yeah, definitely get it. But you want a phone that's fast. If you want to get a phone, you want to get the latest and greatest. So, good idea to try to keep using older phones, but not a good idea because it can't keep up with the newer phones that are out today. So that's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up below. Tell your friends about my channel. If you haven't told them about it, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so that you can get some new videos. And I'm going to make some newer videos and just to keep things going and keep y'all interested in what I have as far as content. But like I said, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about my video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I hope to see you in my next video.